Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage American songsters Larry Hanks and Deborah Robbins.
Hello, thank you. Nice to be here. We're going to start with a song about a bug who decimated an industry. Well, the boll weevil, he's a little black bug, come from Mexico, they say. He come all the way to Texas, looking for a place to stay, looking for a home, 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 just a looking for a home, Lord, looking for a home. Well, now the first time I saw the boll weevil, he was sitting on the square. And the next time I saw the boll weevil, he had his whole family there. He's a looking for a home, 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 just a looking for a home, Lord, Lord, looking for a home. So the farmer, he took the boll weevil and he put him on the ice. And the boll weevil says to the farmer, well, this is mighty cool and nice. This'll be my home. 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 So then the farmer, he took the boll weevil and he put him in the hot sand. Well, the boll weevil says this is mighty hot, but I'll stand it like a man. I'll have a home. I'll have a home. I'll have a home. I'll have a home. I'll have a home, Lord, Lord, have a home. Well, the boll weevil ate half the cotton, and the merchant got the rest. Well, we didn't leave that old farmer's wife but one old cotton dress, and it's full of holes. It's full of holes. It's full of holes. It's full of holes. It's full of holes, Lord, Lord. It's full of holes. So if anyone should ask you who it was who sang this song, you tell him it was Larry Hanks, and he done been here and gone, looking for a home, 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 just a looking for a home, Lord, Lord, just a looking for a home, a looking for a home.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's fun to be here in Washington, and it is our mission to transport you from the Kennedy Center to our kitchen table, where we love to do singing and where people who do plain singing of plain songs like this do it best, just for fun and with the family around. And often after a meal, you push the dishes aside and you just start singing because it's the fun thing to do. And that's what people did before there was TV and iPad and everything else. So we love it.
This song is an invitation to a birthday party from 1880s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's called Clara Nolans' Ball. There's another song, I believe it's from Newfoundland, that apparently Clara Nolans' Ball was a famous ball, or at least it was a famous song, because there's a song from Newfoundland called Killigrew's Soiree, and the first line of the song says, "You've heard of Clara Nolans' Ball, but da-da-da-da-da, Killigrew's Soiree was much better party, you know." But this is Clara Nolans' Ball. We're all invited and the band's engaged and we're going to have some fun. Miss Clara Nolan gives a ball the day she's 21. We borrowed knives and tablecloths from all around the town. and every man must bring a chair if he wants to sit down. Oh, will you come?
Will you come?
Will you come?
Will you come?
And you never will forget it if you come. For the bells are ringing and the girls are singing and the fiddle and the harp go rum-pum-pum. It's teasing, it's pleasing, and it's squeezing free for all. There's courting in the corners at Miss Clara Nolan's ball. Well, in comes Casey with his Irish pipes and fiddler Neary too. They'll play for you Mariah Waltz and likewise Peekaboo. Of course it's not the Hoffman House, just walk right in the door. And if there's no place to hang your hat, just hang it on the floor. Oh, will you come?
Will you come?
Will you come?
Will you come?
And you never will forget it if you come. For the bells are ringing and the girls are singing and the fiddle and the harp go rum-pum-pum. It's teasing, it's pleasing, and it's squeezing free for all. There's courting in the corners at Miss Clara Nolan's ball. Well, the dance commences when the clock strikes 10, and we'll keep it up till day. There will be no collection for expenses to defray. We've bourbon, rye, and lager beer, and Philadelphia ale. And if the keg gets empty, why, we'll go and fill the pail. Oh, will you come?
Will you come?
Will you come?
Will you come?
And you never will forget it if you come. For the bells are ringing and the girls are singing and the fiddle and the harp go rum-pum-pum. It's teasing, it's pleasing, and it's squeezing free for all. There's courting in the corners at Miss Clara Nolan's ball.
Larry has something very special to show you. He's been all around the world playing this particular instrument.
This is an ancient instrument. I don't know how well you can see it from way out there. It's called a Jew's harp.
Anyone ever see these before?
A few people have seen them. Yeah,
Can anyone play one of these?
A lot of heads shaking after that. No. Well, it's hard to find a good one these days, and you kind of need a good one to be able to learn to play it well. This one's from Hungary. The best ones are from Siberia, and I have one of those I'll play later. They're thousands of years old. You find them all over the world, and different places have different names for them. The Italians call it scaccia pensiere, which means thought chaser or worry killer.
And as long as we're here in the Kennedy Center and we're in Washington, D.C., we might also mention that one of our presidents actually played the Jew's harp.
That's right. Abraham Lincoln apparently played one of these. There's a movie about his life in which Henry Fonda plays Lincoln, and he's shown actually playing the Jew's harp. So I'll play, this is what they call a child ballad, an old song, one of the ballad story songs from England collected by a man named Child. And this is the story about a farmer whose wife is kind of on the mean side, and the devil comes and takes her away. And after that, you'll have to listen to see what happens. Had a large farm, but he had no horses for to plow his ground. So fi-di, diddle-I, fi-diddle-I, diddle-I day. So he hitched up the sow and the cow to the plow, and he plowed the ground, the devil knows how. Fi-di, diddle-I, fi-diddle-I, diddle-I day. Well, the devil came up to him one day, saying, one of your family I'll sure take away. Fi-di, diddle-I, fi-diddle-I, diddle-I day. Oh, please don't take my eldest son. There's work on the farm and it's got to be done. Come fi-di, diddle-I, fi-diddle-I, diddle-I day. Well, it's not your oldest son I crave, but your old scolding wife I'll sure take away. Fi-di, diddle-I, fi-diddle-I, diddle-I day. Oh, take her with all of my heart, and I hope from hell that you never do part. Fi-di, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. So the devil, he packed her up on his back, and off to hell he went clickety-clack. Fi-di, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. Well, they got down to the forks in the road. He says, oh, woman, you're a hell of a load. Come a fi-di, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. Well, they got down to hell's main gate. There he made the old gal walk straight. Fi-di, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. Well, they went on in through the gates of hell. He says, poke up the fire, we'll scorch her well. Fi-di, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. So there's two little devils with a ball and chain. She ups with her foot, she kicks out the brains. Fi-di, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. Then 9 little devils go a climbing the wall, saying, take her back, Daddy, she'll murder us all. Fi-di, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. So the devil, he packed her up in his sack, and like an old fool, he went lugging her back. Fi-di, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. Well, man, he's peeking through the crack, and he's seen the old devil come dragging her back. Fi-di, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. Well, here's your wife, both sounding well. If I'd have kept her there longer, she'd have torn up hell. Fi-di, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. He says, I've been the devil most all my life, but I never knew hell till I met with your wife. Fi-di, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. Well, this shows the advantage women have over men. They can go down to hell and get sent back again. Fi-di, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. At last saw the old woman going over the hill. If the devil won't have me, I wonder who will. Fi-di, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle-I, day.
As we sing these songs, you can hear there's lots of natural places for you to just join in, and we do encourage you. And every place that we go, we just love it when we see. Can't always hear you, but we can see your mouths moving. So just please do join in. There's no right or wrong pitch, and just say la 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 if you don't know the words.
That's right. Let's do Don't Leave the Phone.
Okay. What key?
D.
Okay.
This is a song from the 1870s, put to a different tune. This tune we do is from the 1930s. It's an appeal from the elders on the farm to the young people to not leave. Don't go chasing after gold or go to town and hit the high life or something. And I particularly relate to this because one side of my family was farming a section of land in mid-Illinois for, 150 years. And now recently they've succumbed to the industrial form of farming, and there's a tenant farmer and they're raising cheap corn for ethanol. So. And conversely, on the other hand, my grandfather was one of those guys who left. At one day, as a young man, he had announced at lunch table that he was going to California, and he went out and became a Shakespeare professor. And
so much for farming.
So
much for the
I don't know how to put it all together, but it's in there somewhere. Come, boys, I have something to tell you. Come near, I would whisper it low. Are you thinking of leaving the homestead? Don't be in a hurry to go, for the city has many attractions. But think of the vices and sins when once in the vortex of fashion, how soon the course downwards begins. Don't be be in a hurry to go, boys. Don't be in a hurry to go. Are you thinking of leaving the homestead? Don't be in a hurry to go. That chorus will come around a few times if you want to sing it next time around. Oh, you talk of the mines of Australia. They're wealthy in gold without doubt. But there's gold on the farm, boys, if only you'll shovel it out. Oh, the mercantile life is a hazard. The goods are first high and then low. But think of the fraud and deception, and don't be in a hurry to go. Don't be in a hurry to go, boys. Don't be in a hurry to go. Are you thinking of leaving the homestead? Don't be in a hurry to go. Well, the wild, busy West has inducements, and so has the business mark. But wealth wasn't made in a day, boys. Don't be in a hurry to start. All the bankers and brokers are wealthy. They take in their thousands or so. But think of the fraud and deception, and don't be in a hurry to go. Don't be in a hurry to go, boys. Don't be in a hurry to go. Are you thinking of leaving the homestead? Don't be in a hurry to go. So the farm is the safest and surest. The orchards are loaded today. You're free as the air on the mountain, and monarch of all you survey. Better stay on the farm a while longer, for the profits come in rather slow. Remember, you've nothing to risk, boys, so don't be in a hurry to go. Don't be in a hurry to go, boys. Don't be in a hurry to go. Are you thinking of leaving the homestead? Don't be in a hurry to go.
Somehow we've gravitated to songs about textile mills, people who've worked in them and have loads of complaints about the working conditions. Some are women and some are men. In this next song, which is called The Weave Room Blues, it was written by a man named Dorsey Dixon, who sang with his brother as the Dixon Brothers. And the story goes that there was going to be a strike in the textile mill where they worked. And being nice church-going people, they didn't find it seemly to be in the picket line. They were afraid that their minister might see them there, and that wouldn't look good. So Dorsey Dixon ran home, according to this story, wrote this song, came back, handed it to the guys in the picket line, and they sang it. Fact or fiction? You be the judge.
Working in a weave room, fighting for my life, trying to make a living for my kiddies and my wife. Some are needing clothing and some are needing shoes, but I'm getting nothing but the weave room blues. I got the blues, I got the blues, I got them awful weave room blues. I got the blues, the weave room blues. spoons, a slamming shuttles bouncing on the floor. When you flag your fixer, you can see that he is sore. I'm trying to make a living, but I'm thinking I will lose, for I'm getting nothing but the weave room blues. I got the blues, I got the blues, I got them awful weave room blues. I got the blues, the weave room blues. The harness eyes are breaking and the double's coming through. The devil's in your alley and he's coming after you. Our hearts are aching, let us take a little booze. Oh, we're simply dying with the weave room blues. I got the blues, I got the blues, I got them awful weave room blues. I got the blues, the weave room blues. Slam outs, breakouts, not a fly to score. Cloth all rolled back and piled up on the floor. The bats are running in, the strings are hanging to your shoes. Oh, we're simply dying with the weave room blues. I got the blues, I got the blues, I got them awful weave room blues. I got the blues, the weave room
Well, another song with a bunch of complaints from a textile mill worker, this time from a woman. And there's some jargon in these songs. You'll hear words or phrases that describe the working conditions, usually about the workers being taken advantage of somehow. They work hard, they try to get their money's worth for the piecework they've done or for the amount of work they've done, and then somebody's trying to cheat them in some way or another.
So these are before the unions came along.
I worked in a cotton mill all of my life. Now I ain't got nothing but a Barlow knife, and it's a hard times in this old mill. It's a hard times in here. In 1915, I heard it said, move to cotton country and get ahead. It's a hard times in this old mill. It's a hard times in here. It's a hard times, cotton mill girls. It's a hard times, cotton mill girls, and it's a hard times in this old mill. It's a hard times in here. Us kids, we worked 14 hours a day for 13 cents of measly pay, and it's a hard times in this old mill. It's a hard times in here. Oh, they raised our wages up half a cent, but the poor old hands didn't know what it meant, and it's a hard times in this old mill. It's a hard times in here. Oh, they raised our wages up a half a cent more, but they went up a dime at the company store, and it's a hard times in this old mill. It's a hard times in here. It's a hard times, cotton mill girls. It's a hard time, cotton mill girls, and it's a hard time in this old mill. It's a hard times in here. Go downstairs to get a drink of water. Along come a boss, said I'll dock you a quarter. It's a hard time in this old mill. It's a hard times in here. Oh, you can dock me a quarter, you can dock me a dime, but I'll go to the office and I'll get my time. It's a hard time in this old mill. It's a hard times in here. It's a hard times, cotton mill girls. It's a hard time, cotton mill girls, and it's a hard time in this old mill. It's a hard times in here. All the card room kids and the spinning room babies can't keep up with us weave shop ladies. It's a hard times in this old mill. It's a hard times in here. Oh, when I die, don't bury me at all. Just hang me up on the spinning room wall. Pickle my bones in alcohol, 'cause it's a hard times in that train go round the curve. She's loaded down with cotton mill girls, and it's a hard times in this old mill. It's a hard times in here. When you see that train go round the track saying goodbye, boys, we're never coming back. It is a hard time in this old mill. It's a hard times in here. Last time, it's a hard times, cotton mill girls. It's a hard times, cotton mill girls, and it's a hard time in this old mill. It's a hard times in here. Thank you.
We'll turn to a sort of a sentimental ditty from Jimmy Rogers, the yodeling brakeman.
From Meridian, Mississippi. One of the great things about our being able to sing all these songs here is we're representing a lot of America, and it all sort of converges right here in Washington, D.C. It's very exciting.
How many people are here from out of state?
A lot of
How many from west of the Mississippi? Whew, yeah, cool, great. Having a good time?
Well, Jimmy Rogers was from Meridian, Mississippi, which we got to visit recently, and it was a lot of fun to see the rivers that he wrote about and the names of the places that are in some of his songs. And this one in particular about the Mississippi, which I don't think Larry had seen before.
No. This is called Miss the Mississippi and You. I'm growing tired of the big city lights, tired of the glamour and tired of the sights. In all my dreams I am roaming once more back to my home on the old river shore. I am sad and weary, far away from home. Miss the Mississippi and you, dear. Days are dark and dreary everywhere I roam. Miss the Mississippi and you. Rolling the wide world over, always alone and blue, so blue. Nothing seems to cheer me under heaven's dome. Miss the Mississippi and you. Yodelay, 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 yodey, yodelay, yodelay, yodey, yodelay, yodey, yodelay. Memories are bringing happy days of yore. Miss the Mississippi and you, dear. Mockingbirds are singing round your cabin door. Miss the Mississippi and you. Rolling the wide world over, always alone and blue, so blue. Longing for my homeland, muddy water shore. Miss the Mississippi and you. Yodelay, 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 yodey, yodelay, Mississippi and you. Sometimes we just have too much fun. This song is a true piece of our history. This went on from the mid-1850s, the middle of the 1800s, until about 1920, so about 70 years. This is called the Orphan Train. It's a song written by Utah Phillips, one of our great songwriters. And essentially it was orphaned kids taken in by an agency called the Children's Home and taught some manners and sent out west in hopes of them being taken in as parts of families, and some were indeed taken in as parts of families, and others were perhaps treated more like servants or free work or something. Once I had a darling mother, though I can't recall her name. I had a baby brother who I'll never see again. The Children's Home sending us out on the orphan train. Try to find someone to take us in. Take us in. We have rode the orphan train. Take us in. We need a home. We need a name. Take us in. Oh, won't you be our kin? We're looking for someone to take us in. I've stolen from the poor box and I've begged the city streets. I've swabbed the bars and pool rooms for a little bite to eat. In my daddy's old green jacket and these rags upon my feet. Oh, I'm looking for someone to take me in. Take us in, take us in. We have rode the orphan train. Take us in. We need a home, we need a name. Take us in.
Take us in.
Oh, won't you be our kin? We're looking for someone to take us in. In the Children's Home they gathered us, me and all the rest. They taught us to sit quietly until the food was blessed. And they put us on the orphan train and sent us way out west to try to find someone to take us in. Take us in. We have rode the orphan train. Take us in. We need a home. We need a name. Take us in. Oh, won't you be our kin? We're looking for someone to take us in. And the farmers and their families, they came from miles around. We lined up on the platform of the station in each town. And one by one we parted like some living lost and found. And one by one we all were taken in. Take us in, take us in. We have rode the orphan train. Take us in. We need a home, we need a name. Take us in. Oh, won't you be our kin? We're looking for someone to take us in. Now there's many a fine doctor or a teacher in your school. There's many a good preacher who can teach the golden rule. Who started out an orphan sleeping in the freezing rain. Whose life began out on the orphan train. Take us in. We have rode the orphan train. Take us in. We need a home. We need a name. Take us in.
Take us in.
Oh, won't you be our kin? We're looking for someone to take us in.
And by the way, Orphan Train and many other songs that we're performing tonight are available for you to take home with you. We have CDs for sale in the back, and we hope that you will avail yourselves of those. And another thing is the man who wrote that song, Utah Phillips, is somebody that if you don't know about him and his work and his life, Google him. Utah Phillips. He was a great man, and we miss him every day.
Great songwriter and a great entertainer, too. This is a song that laments the passing of steam trains. diesel coming along and taking over the old steam trains, and so we no longer hear that great whistle that the steam trains made. You know, all you hear is the diesel going wah.
We love singing this song at home with our little granddaughter, Rosemary, and it also reminds us to encourage you to sing to your kids and your grandkids, and they'll sing all their lives if you sing to them when they're little. So they'll never forget the songs that you teach them. And Larry's going to play the Jew's harp on this song again.
This one is from Siberia, a place where they make the finest instruments and play the most fantastic music on it. It's music that's beyond our definitions of music. It's beyond melody. It's beyond rhythm. They simply play what this thing will do, and they're real magical players there. So this is called The Old Black Choo-Choo. It was written by
the brother of Rose Maddox. Rose Maddox was a well-known singer of sort of country Billy songs. How about some potatoes?
Potatoes, they call this.
I'm just an old black choo-choo on a rusty railroad track. They put me in a choo-choo graveyard and they're never gonna bring me back. They're pulling my cars with a diesel, and the diesel sure looks proud, but it'll never make the sound of a choo-choo when I blow my whistle loud. There's many, many little children who'll never thrill to my choo-choo sound if they don't put me back up on the railroad and let me keep on chugging around. So me fa 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 so la me so fa so me fa 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 so la me so me fa 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 so la la so me fa 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 so la,
whatever that means.
Oh, my coat was black and shiny on the day of my trial run, and you should have seen how they eyed me as I glistened in the sun. I'll be the diesel's helper if he'll only set me free. I'll blow my whistle at the crossing, make the diesel proud of me. There's many, many little children who'll never thrill to my choo-choo sound if they don't put me back upon the railroad and let me keep on chugging around. So me fa 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 so la me so fa so me fa 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 so la me so me fa 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 so la la so me fa 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 so la. Play, Larry. Oh, the black north in the distance as the diesel roared on by, but the cold wind kept on a-chugging as he went on down the line. Now there's a new day a-coming tomorrow, and you won't hear my whistle scream. You'll just hear the roar of the diesel like a foghorn out at sea. There's many, many little children who'll never thrill to my choo-choo sound if they don't get me back upon the railroad and let me keep on chugging around. So me fa 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 so la me so fa so me fa 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 so la me so me fa 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 so la la so me fa 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 so la. Thank you.
I learned this song from a series of recordings put out by the Library of Congress in 1976 called Folk Music in America, Bicentennial Year. And there's 15 LPs put out, a collection of folk music from the complete spectrum of the American experience and musical expression. And the albums were titled by subject. And this one came from the album that was called Songs of War and History. And so on that album was this blues song from 1931, and then there might be a Czech polka that had something to do with history. The variety was weird, unexplainable, but there it was. And so this is a song written by and performed by Hezekiah Jenkins in 1931, which obviously was the depths of the Great Depression. And for those of you who weren't alive in 1931, as I was not.
Don't look at me.
But we do know, I know, but we do know from reading that what you'll hear in this song is a deeper form of the things that we maybe have been experiencing in recent years around here.
We're not quite there yet, but maybe getting closer.
This is called The Panic Is On, and they used the word panic instead of the word depression because they didn't want people to get worried.
Panic?
Panic. I don't know what that's about. Oh, what this country is a-comin' to, I really wanna know. If they don't do something by and by, you know the rich will live and the poor will die. Doggone, I mean the panic is on. Can't get no work, I can't get no pay. Unemployment's getting higher every day. No, nothing to eat and no place to sleep. Well, all night long people walk in the street. Doggone, I mean the panic is on. Now I saw a man this morning walking down the street in his BVVs, no shoes on his feet. Well, you should have seen the women curving in the flats. You should have heard them saying, what kind of man is that? Doggone, I mean the panic is on. Now all the landlords that raise their rent, folks who ain't broke, they're badly bent. Where they get dough from, goodness knows. But if they don't produce it on the street, they'll go. Doggone, I mean the panic is on. Now some play the numbers, some read your mind. They all got a racket of some kind. Oh, some trimming corns from off of people's feet. Now they got to do something just to make ends meet. Doggone, I mean the panic is on. Some women selling apples and some selling pies. Some selling gin and rye. Oh, some selling socks to support their man. In fact, some are selling anything they can. Doggone, I mean the panic is on. Well, I'll pawn my clothes and everything. I'll pawn my jewelry, my watch and my ring. Pawn my razor, but not my gun. And if luck don't change, there'll be some stealing done. Doggone, I mean the panic is on. Now what this country is a-comin' to, I really wanna know. If they don't do something by and by, you know the rich will live and the poor will die. Doggone,
somebody order this fly that's buzzing around us up
Yep.
here? Would you please come get your fly?
No, he likes it. He's liking the music. He's right here. Hello, fly. Nice fellow. Hi.
How about Rooster?
He's crawling on my finger. Look at that. Rooster? No. Let's see. Okay, Rooster.
Okay.
Hey.
Well, sometimes folk singers just have to sing dumb songs, and often the
Well,
dumb
not
songs.
but just unexplainably meaningless.
Mindless. But they often have chickens in them for
Yep,
some
yep,
reason.
there's-
These dumb, mindless, meaningless songs. And this one is no exception.
We met someone recently who's going to do a whole album or a huge collection of chicken songs.
Someone
there
is
really are
collecting-
lots.
So if you know any, see us after this.
So this is called The Rooster on a Limb, and it's a racy little ditty about the
private lives.
the hen making a little gesture to the rooster.
Wow, now there's two flies here.
Now one for each of us. See, now
Wow.
let's just see. There. Okay, they know we're going to sing this love song about the hens.
Okay, well,
The
let's not
roosters,
get
so
too
they're going to-
personal here, shall we?
Well, the Shanghai rooster's sitting on the end of his limb.
Yeah,
That Shanghai rooster's sitting on the end of his limb. Well, listen while I tell you what the Dominicker done said to him. She says, come down, Shanghai, out of your cherry tree. She says, come down, Shanghai, come down here with me. Oh, I'm gonna build me a nest in the old hen house and start raising me a family.
Like chickens do.
Sing ow, dee-doo-dee-doo. Ow, dowdy, dow-dow-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo.
Hey,
Hey, mama, 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 wow, wow, wow. Well, that Shanghai rooster, he just looked around and said,
hey.
oh, that Shanghai rooster, he just looked around and said, well, you better stay right where you are, 'cause I'm a-coming down to run you dead. Sing ow, dee-doo-dee-doo. Ow, dowdy, dow-dow-doo-dee-doo.
Yeah,
Mama, 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 wow, wow, wow. Well, I went down to the hen house to see what I could see. I went down to the hen house to see what I could see.
What'd you see, Larry?
Well, that little Dominicker and the old Shanghai done raised them a family.
Charming.
Sing ow, dee-doo-dee-doo. Ow, dowdy, dow-dow-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo.
Yeah,
Mama, 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 wow, 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 wow,
wow, wow.
Thank you. Betty and Degree. This is the blues from Atlanta. The story took place in 1921. And the fellow committed a crime and was caught, and he was actually hanged on September 1st, 1922.
And all the way from California to here, in the car driving, we were arguing about this song, about whether or not this was an important enough crime to have had a song written about it. I say no. You can be the judge.
There are plenty of crimes committed.
Do they
where's all
do they
the songs?
warrant
There should
songs?
be more songs. I don't know. Well, Betty told Dupree, I want to die Betty told Dupree, baby, I want a diamond ring. And Dupree told Betty, baby, I'll buy you most anything. So lie down, Betty, see what tomorrow brings. Oh, lie down, Betty, see what tomorrow brings. Well, it may bring sunshine, and it may bring a diamond ring. So he bought himself a pistol. It was a 44. Well, he bought himself a pistol, yes, you know it was a 44. In order to get that diamond ring, well, he had to rob a jewelry store. And the police caught him, took him to the county jail. Oh, the police caught him, and they took him to the county jail. And Dupree cried, Betty, oh, Betty, please come go my bail. I came to see you, I could not see your face. Oh, baby, I came to see you, but they would not let me see your face. You know I love you, but I sure can't take your place. Betty told Dupree, baby, I want a diamond ring. Oh, Betty told Dupree, baby, I want a diamond ring. And Dupree told Betty, baby, I'll buy you most anything.
We have time for one more song, and before we go, I just want to let you know that Larry Hanks has been singing this kind of music for over 50 years now, and he started out just like a lot of the little kids here, playing the ukulele and plunking around on the piano and teaching himself songs and singing songs at home with his parents. So 50 years later, and still loves the songs. And
this is what'll happen to
this
you.
is let this be a cautionary tale. And also to remind you that we do have CDs for sale, and we would love to encourage you to buy them.
Yeah, please. So we'll finish with a song that I made up. I don't think of myself as a songwriter because this is the only one. In 1966, I got a call from a college roommate who helped me learn to play the guitar, actually. He was learning to play classical music on a Fender Electric. And when he'd miss a note, he'd take it and slam it down in the case because it couldn't break, you know. So he invited me to come up to where he was living in Sonoma County and pick apples. And I thought, geez, sounds kind of fun, and hard work, which I wasn't really used to. Might be a good idea to do that a little
See
bit.
what that's like.
See what that's like, yeah. So I went up there and worked for, I can't remember how long, a matter of weeks or a month or two maybe. And this song is the result. And somehow it's made its way around. I bet some of those kids know it. It's in some school music books, and it's been recorded by lots of people who do kids songs and a few people who do more serious songs too.
It's bigger than the both of us.
Yeah, it's called Apple Picker's Reel, and thank you all for listening. We've got CDs for sale, and hope that you enjoy your stay in Washington, D.C., and I hope we see you all
down
again.
the road.
Hey ho, makes you feel so fine, looking out across the orchard in the bright sunshine. Hey ho, makes you feel so free, standing in the top of an apple tree. Up in the morning before the sun, well, I don't get home until the day is done. My pick sack's heavy and my shoulders sore, but I'll be back tomorrow to pick some more. Hey ho, makes you feel so fine, looking out across the orchard in the bright sunshine. Hey ho, makes you feel so free, standing in the top of an apple tree. You start at the bottom and you pick 'em from the ground, and you pick that tree clean all the way around. Set up your ladder and you climb up high, and you're looking through the leaves at the clear blue sky. Hey ho, makes you feel so fine, looking out across the orchard in the bright sunshine. Hey ho, makes you feel so free, standing in the top of an apple tree. Three-legged ladder, it's wobbly as hell. I'm a-reaching for an apple, whoa, almost fell. I got a 20-pound sack hanging round my neck, and there's 2 more apples that I can't quite get. Hey ho, makes you feel so fine, looking out across the orchard in the bright sunshine. Hey ho, makes you feel so free, standing in the top of an apple tree. Hey ho, you lose your mind if you sing this song about 100 times. Hey ho, makes you feel so free, standing in the top of an apple tree. Thank you very much. Deborah Robbins.